Yeah, and I can say that in the recent past year, the governor has told me that, it's an option of declaring an emergency that is on the table, but given the rising number of deaths that continue here in Maricopa County, we asked the governor this morning how many more people needed to die before she did that, and she basically went back to her prior comments.
To date, that hasn't been necessary, but we're still leaving it on the table, absolutely.
Governor Hobbs explaining why she hasn't declared an extreme heat emergency, just one day after Maricopa County revealed another jump in the death toll due to heat. Last year, a record 425 people died in Maricopa County of heat-related illnesses. This year, now on track to be even worse.
The unprecedented heat that we're seeing this year, and we know it's costing lives. The state of emergency is an option if we need to free up additional resources.
The additional resources would mean more money, extra cash to possibly open more cooling centers, to keep existing cooling sites open 24 hours a day, and more outreach to those who are most vulnerable to the high temperatures. Governors typically declare emergencies for weather-related events like extreme flooding or wildfires that kill far fewer people than heat. Last year, California Governor Gavin Newsom declared a state of emergency ahead of a major heat wave, and the Navajo Nation an emergency just last month.
High heat is really our weather emergency here in Arizona.
Dr. Staub tells Arizona's family that the heat affects everyone. While the homeless may appear to be the most vulnerable, the data tells a different story. According to Maricopa County, 68% of all heat deaths this year were people who were not unsheltered or homeless.
We won't know for weeks to months what the real impact of this heat wave has been, but we are starting to see, hopefully in our data, that there's a slight correction towards things getting better.
And the governor has taken some actions related to the heat. She's ordered state regulators to make sure Arizona workers are working in safe conditions. And she's demanded that the state's major utility companies reveal their plans to prepare for extreme heat. Back over to you guys.
Yeah, she said she's really cracking down on those companies and heat exposure type of thing. But what about this, doctor? Is he saying, how are we trending in the right direction, or is it going to get worse before it gets better?
Yeah, I think that's the thing everybody's kind of asking too. And what he was referring to there is he was mentioning in talking about, some of the, visits to the emergency rooms are trending down. It's things like that. So hopefully, I think, cautiously optimistic, the worst of the heat wave, we're through all of that right now.
All right, encouraging news. Dennis Welch, thanks for that.